Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I want to talk about a couple things. It's all lighthearted though. First of all, I'm getting in better shape for the summer because I can tell I'm in better shape already because right now I'm going up the hill at the end of my walk. I went all the way to Old Town Front Street, so that's 15 miles round trip, and I'm not huffing and puffing as much as I was even earlier in the spring. I'm getting my summer legs. I'm getting in a little better shape because it's the worst part of my walk and I'm not really huffing and puffing. I've been doing that right now. I have a feeling. This is the worst part of my walk. The hill is like, I don't know, 30 degrees up, something like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's my guess. And it's for quite a ways because I'm still on it now and I will be for a little while. So there's that. Secondly, I want to address whatever happened to me when I dropped my phone. I'm not sure what those are. I normally get one of those about every month or two, but I haven't had one in like 6 months, so I'm due. So I had two today. That was one of them. I'm not sure what they are. They don't seem like anxiety because they're not. As I understand, anxiety is a mental state, and it's more chronic than these are. Anxiety is more lasting. Like I'm anxious for a while, so I need to calm down. But these are, I'm fine, and then I have one, and then I'm not. Then I'm fine again. So I don't think it's anxiety. It could be a seizure, but I don't think it's that because when I had pot one time, I had a seizure, and it wasn't the same as this. Seizures are different. You black out, and you don't even know where you were, and that's different. So it's not seizures. In my book, I don't think. I think that it's, in my book, I think it's, I play with demonism because I've got a tarot deck at home and I'm not a Christian. If anything, I'm a Satanist / if there's a God, I'm a Satanist. If there's no God, I'm an atheist. Fair enough. I think those are spells when the demons just push at me a little bit. Like I play with them, so I think they play back at me sometimes. And I can it's like a spiritual thing. The entity comes near me or something and it freaks me out for a second. But then whatever happens, whether I drop my phone or not, or whatever, a second later, I'm okay. And it just happens every month or two or so. But like I said, I haven't had one in so long. I was due for a couple, and I had two of them today. But I appreciate everybody's support of me, Everybody was very loving and supportive of me on my walk today, so that helped me get through it. So that's good. Love you guys too. Now, the other thing I wanted to discuss is a fun little thing. I wanted to do a math lesson that's based on love. Just don't watch it. You have my permission. They say 1 is the loneliest number. I'm going to apply that to math and love, if I can. Stop, instead of thinking of 1 as the person, think of it as the number of lovers you have. So having one lover would be 1. And 1 is 1 over 1. And that inverts to 1 itself. So 1 only inverts to itself, which makes it a very lonely, boring little number. If I only have 1 guitar, it's a very boring, lonely number of guitars to have. If I have 1 lover, as is traditional in something called monogamy, I only have 1 lover, which is a boring, mundane number of lovers to have. Now let's talk about more exciting numbers. Numbers less than 1 but greater than 0, or between 1 and 0, or numbers greater than 1, real numbers greater than 1, i.e. 1 to infinity. Now we're getting into more interesting numbers, both mathematically and love-wise. Let's say I have 2 lovers. That inverts to 1/2. Then 1 over 2 is 1/2. And that's interesting. It's more interesting than 1, If I have 3 lovers, that inverts to 1/3. That's interesting. More interesting than just having 1 of anything. Lovers, guitars, whatever. But let's say I have infinite many lovers. I'm just a lover to everybody, and I have everyone as my lover. Well, that inverts 1 over infinity, or at least the limit of 1 over x as x approaches infinity is 0. So having infinite lovers is similar to having no lover. I think that's my condition. I don't really have a lover, but yet I have all lovers. So that's interesting. It's more interesting. It's the opposite of having 1 lover, which inverts only to 1 itself and is very boring, whereas having infinite lovers or no lovers is exciting, is more non-lonely numbers. 0 may seem lonely, but 1 over 0, or at least the limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0, is infinity. 1 over 0, if there is such a thing, if you could work it out, would be infinity. But since that since that's undefined in math and blah blah blah, they just say the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over x. As x approaches, the limit as x approaches. The limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over 0 of 1 over x. The limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over x is infinity. So 0, having no lovers, is akin to having all lovers, and that's my state. That's my state. I think I'm in. I don't really have a single lover, lonely, boring, but I have all lovers and yet no lovers. And mathematically, that's cool. I think mathematically 0 is far more interesting than 1 to me. Who am I? But 1 over 0 is infinity, or at least the limit of 1 over x as x approaches, limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over x is infinity. So if you could do 1 over 0, it would be infinity. And I think that's very interesting and fascinating about the number 0, where you have no lover, yet you have all lovers. So I think it's interesting. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.